Hi everyone. So you've got this project and I want you to get started on it as soon as possible. I'm going to include a little tutorial on how to create a story map on the new web application that Esri has put out. You can use what you learn to create your own little story map to submit to me. And I'm going to give you some guidelines on what I'm looking for. For now, I just want you to play and practice with it. So you'll have a couple of choices. One, to do your own thing, whatever you want to do. And the other is I'll give you some guidelines as to doing a project on the mount. Okay, so here we go. In Blackboard, go to the modules. Under Module 6, you will find this Part 2 lab. There's a link here that will show you a video that you need to watch before you can do this lab. This video will really help you understand what story maps are about, and it will be a big assistance to you for the project. This video is going to be helpful in giving you an overall sort of broad view of what it's all about. Answering the questions and submitting the evaluation is not required, but it's helpful for the agency here. After you do that, you want to go back and click on the tutorial to using story maps. So click on the link and follow it along. This is the preview of it, what it's going to end up looking like more or less once you're done. Now, once you start doing that, you can download the data that you need and save it under downloads as usual. Then you're going to unzip it, share and open it up in C folder, right click on it, choose extract all, select a folder where you want it to go, extract, and if you open it up, what you'll see is it has a lot of images and it has a file that will allow you to get the text. And scroll down a little bit, and now at this point what you can do is start the tutorial. This gives you a little information about how to think about creating a story map, some concepts to look over. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open the story map program. This will take you to a place that you can make your story, ArcGIS story maps. Click on the following link, it launches it. Now here is the place where you're going to be switching back and forth between your tutorial that tells you what to do and your actual story map program. So what you can do here is you can copy the text that needs to go in for the title, switched to the other window, paste it in, come back to the instructions, copy the subtitle, and paste that in. Return to the instructions. So copy the text, switch windows, paste that in, little plus sign right below, choose paragraph, paste. It wants you to put it in italics, so follow the instructions there, switch back, highlight, and change the italics. Switch back. We're going to add a subheading. Copy that over, switch windows, hit the little plus sign, click right below it if you need to, so the plus sign shows up. Select subheading, browse for it under downloads. See how it comes out different. Okay, now back to the instructions. It wants you to click plus, click on images, find the image that it wants you to use, click the image, just like here. Return to your story map. Now you can go back and you can put in a description or a caption right here by pasting it in from the text. Now you can use the file that comes with your instructions. It's a Word file, and you can paste the information right out of that file as well, rather than the instructions. Whatever works better for you. I'm going to do it both ways here. So here I've pasted that information. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to create a subheading for the next part. And I'm going to return to the Word file to get the content for that, the paragraph. Paste that in. So you can also do it this way. It's up to you. Let's indent it, italicize it, and go to the next part. And let's look at the instructions. I want you to do a sidecar. So a sidecar is when the screen splits into two different pieces, one on the left and one on the right. We're going to click on the little plus, select sidecar, and you can read about it a little bit if you want to. Just hit got it. Choose a floating panel or a docked panel. I'm going to go with the docked panel. And here, I'm going to go back to the instructions. I'm going to add an image. That's what it wants you to do. So click on Add Media and Image, and then browse for it. Which image does it want you to do? Coffee. Let's go ahead and put in coffee. There it is. Add it, and there we go. You see there's two sections, a sidecar on the left and on the right. Now I want you to put in some more information, continue your story. So you're going to select that, and you're going to paste that in next to the image. Let's italicize that as well. Let's see what we got next. A little photo. Copy and paste in the credit. And let's move on. Next is, I'm going to add a second image. Hit the plus sign on the bottom. Add another image. Browse for it. And add it. On the bottom here, it shows you both images. Well, it turns out that I put in the wrong image. So I'm going to actually put in a third image here, the hot springs, and I'll just take it and drag it over and fix it. There we go, which should have been second. Skip ahead a little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit of a video here. And what we're going to do is copy the URL, select link, paste it in, and there's your video. Now I'm going to skip ahead a little bit more and show you a little bit about maps. Follow the instructions, go back on your list. So let's go ahead and choose the map option. We're going to create an express map to start with. And you can read a little bit about those. Now what you can do is you can put in the address associated with your story. Here it is. Add it to the map. Now on the top right, paste it into the search box, hit enter. You drop the pin where it is. You see it show up on the left. What does it want you to do next? We're going to select an image to embed with this map where we put that place marker. So we're going to add the image. And there it is. Just hit done. And here's your map inside your story. If you click on it, you can see that it shows the image. We can zoom out a little bit, take a look at the whole country of Guatemala. Now if you click on edit, and you can actually then zoom in, change some settings. Put a legend on if you needed to. In this case, it doesn't make any sense because it's just one point. You can zoom here, and while you're in edit mode of the map, you can change the base map if you want to. I kind of like the way it was. I'll leave it at that. And just hit done. And now it will zoom in at that level when somebody's looking at your story. Let's put in a different kind of map. This time we're going to choose a map that comes out of ArcGIS Online. Click on Map, and you can see all the maps here. They show the maps that are coming from ArcGIS Online. You can go to the Living Atlas, which has also a database of maps, and you can search for maps there. So now let's go to ArcGIS Online. We'll type it in, what we've been using this semester. You'll recognize it. You might have to log in. Let's go to Map, and you'll see your map builder here that you've used before. So you can search from layers, add layers here. Use the ones you already have. Build on these layers that we have in the class. And also put in what's called a scene. Here's a scene of a volcano. And so you can actually look at it in your ArcGIS Online if you click on it. Open it. You'll see what this scene looks like. You can see it's three-dimensional. It's pretty cool looking. Here's the instructions. It shows you how to put it in. So in any case, you can add a map here, and you can grab these maps from ArcGIS Online and add them right here just by doing this. Anything that you make in ArcGIS Online will show up here, and you can just go ahead and add it in. And you can also choose to have some favorites and put them in as well. So the whole point is just to have a lot of possibilities. And so this is as far as I'm going to take you. What I'd like you to do now is just explore. Done with the design. And you can actually look it over and review it first up here. Make some changes if you want to. You can change the look of it by changing the cover, the theme, and so forth. And you can play around with that on your own. See, you can change the colors and the background, for example. Once you're done, you can preview it. And take a look to see if you like it. Go over the different aspects of it. Make sure everything's working. Lastly, we're going to publish the story. Publish it under your organization. Here it is. Very simple. And so here it is. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be happy to answer them. This thing, you can find your story here in the Story Apps application and can come back to it anytime. So thank you for watching, and I hope it was useful. If you have any questions, please let me know. The project is due at the end of the day, end of class. So I think that's the May 13th. Okay, take care.